All right, we got South Tacoma Honda.
How you guys doing today? My name is Dave Wismer. I'm one of the team leaders at South Tacoma Honda, so I'm a sales guy. That's my #1 job, and this is Stan Lastly. He is also the other team leader. We had us in the back of the room, Mike Oswald. He's one of our sales managers. So we're structured a little different than you guys. We heard you guys ask some questions earlier, and heard you guys talking about, hey, some seasoned guys you had on the floor. We've gone a step further than that, and we are the 2 seasoned guys. We've been chosen as team leaders, and we each have sales guys that work for us. So our #1 job is to sell, but we also get a little stipend for training and taking care of, we get a brand new hire, and we are a training organization. South Tacoma Honda, since I've been there, I'm retired Army, so I'm a trainer by trade. That's what I've done my whole life, is train people. And so when I got there, I was very, very enthused to find that our organization was a training organization, and then they foster that and they build on that. And yeah, I was really excited to get into the organization and find out they made time for that. We don't have a choice on when we train or if we train. We have time allotted to us, and we're told when we're going to train. Now we get to train on and have input on what we're going to train on, but the organization has told us from 8:30 to 9 o'clock every morning, you will train. And Stan talked about our structure a little bit earlier. So my team, we went down to 2 teams some time ago. We had A team, B team, and C team, which made things a lot easier on us. And we used to train every day, Monday through Friday, because we always had 2 teams on at once. Since then, we've had some attrition, and what's happened at this point is we only have B team and C team left, so that has been a huge challenge for Stan and I. His crew, my crew has off Monday and Tuesdays, his crew has off Wednesdays, Thursdays. So what we do and what we've come up with our management team is we split the way we train. So Stan was talking about his veterans and his new guys, and I do the same thing. So my days are off Monday, Tuesday. I work Wednesday, Thursday. On Wednesdays, I still split my crew in half on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Half the day I bring in my crew in the morning, and that's when they train. That's usually my new guys come in early, and then 11 o'clock till close, I got my more veteran guys. Then I flip-flop on Thursday, and I bring in my veteran guys at 8:30 in the morning, and then I train the veteran guys that day, and then the younger guys come in at 11 and they close. So that's how we flip-flop, and Stan's schedule is very much the same Monday, Tuesday. So that's kind of where we are, and we wanted to go over where we are right now with sales training. Our whole organization is a training organization. We got finance that does their whole portion of training. They're responsible for their training, and the finance director. Of course, we have our service department back there. They're doing all their training. We're just today going to talk about sales training, what we've done right now, what we're doing probably in the near future. So at that point, when we come in the morning, we've got to be there at 8:30. You guys asked, hey, what if guys aren't on time? Like I said, first time, guy's unlocking a lot by himself. Second time, probably going to be written up. We don't do the writing up. We are more in a mentor type position. We're going to turn it over to sales managers. Sales managers have it broken down by teams, which team members are on their team. Someone's late a second time, they're going to get written up. After that, then from there it just kind of progresses. Like he said, we just had a 20-car guy a month that just left our organization recently because he just couldn't make it to work on time. Great guy, we loved him, but you just got to be there on time and you got to be ready to go to work, man. That's just the way it is. So from there, every day we come in, I'm going to talk about product knowledge a little bit because we do that every day, and the first 30 minutes of the day. So we come through and basically do our daily model presentations. That's when we pull up a car. We just got the brand new Honda in here, just came in, our new electric car, so that's one that we're focusing on right now. But every day we come in, there's a couple different things we do there. We walk around that, then we do a 5-question quiz every day, and then we do a weekly walk around. We actually have a contest for that every time. We'll give away a coffee cup, a hat. Maybe somebody doesn't have to unlock that night. There's some kind of incentive for them being being proficient on that particular vehicle. So as we know, we're all Honda certified, so that's going on constantly in the training organization. But that's not enough. That Honda certification, anyone can go through and click through the questions on Honda certification and get yourself Honda certified. but taking some pride in your job and actually coming to the training that we're presenting. We as team leaders do our training and get spot checked by our sales manager. Or if there's times maybe I'm doing lease training, I want to have Mike in the room because he's so great at the desk on leasing. I'll ask him to come in and maybe put on a portion of our training. But we are responsible for putting on our training, for having everybody there at 8:30 and doing that. So I love to do it. There are times where I pass it around to different team members. If I have somebody that's really strong at closing and we're working on a certain thing, we're working on rapport or whatever it is, I'll have that guy get up and give a 10-minute portion, you know. So I heard somebody talk about that earlier, mixing up me not always being the guy that was talking, you know. Jeff Lohr. His training sessions, he was my original team leader. Jeff would stand and pontificate for 30 minutes every day, and then, I'd start thinking about 10 minutes in, when the hell can I get out of here and go out and, get down to my desk and do what I need to do. So we try to mix it up and do that. So some of the big things we're training on right now, we do that daily. The other thing is the Foursquare. We've gone back to the basics right now, and that's currently what we're involved in right now, is training on the Foursquare. I'm going to turn it over to Stan at this point and talk about the Foursquare a little bit.
Well, everybody knows what Foursquare is, right? It's pretty historical in the car business. But there's one thing, and I've noticed it with veterans and everything. We talk about takeaways. The guy sitting back there and he says, okay, well, what do you want to pay for the car? What do you want to put down as a down payment? What do you want your payment to be? Okay, they circle them, they initial them, they take it in on the desk. Well, there's a lot more to that, and that's what we try to teach the new people, to do it kind of the right way, and obviously to hold gross. And it's amazing that when you teach the new people and they do it the right way, then the veterans that are so stuck on their way, on just asking questions to get a signature to take it in, they watch that, and the new people are making more money, so then they start doing it the way they're supposed to as well. I guess what I'm saying is it's the psychology part of it, work each square, work each deal, and work each customer on the lot. And that's what Dave and I guess what we train on is, when you greet a customer and they're just looking, oh, okay, well, take your time and I'll check back with you in a little bit. Oh, by the way, what car were you looking at? Or did you want a sedan or a two-door SUV or whatever? There's that kind of selling that we're trying to institute with the salespeople, rather than take your time, I'll see you later. And so it's a lot of sacrifice, but it's a lot of rewarding too. I remember going over Foursquare with a new lady that was on staff, and told her to stay off the price and do it like it's supposed to do, and she was so excited because the next day she made 2 full second sticker deals. And the way she came in at it was like that, she didn't, she just asked the customers, well, what do you want to pay? I'll get you a good deal. That's what I'm here for, to get you a good deal. So holding gross, it takes work, and it takes good trainers and everything to go after the right way of working, even something as simple as a Foursquare. So that's what we try to accomplish here.
Yeah, is anyone in the room using e-leads right now? Anybody using that? You guys are using it? That's our CRM, and that's another thing that we spend a lot of time training on e-leads. So we talked about Honda certification a little bit. Let's talk about a new hire walking through the door, right? Here comes a brand new hire in a green pea, never sold a car before, but you think the guy's got a lot of potential. Who trains that guy when he walks through the door? We talked about earlier, I heard some people talking about the guy coming in and basically going through his Honda certification training, and then boom, he's out there on the floor and he's selling. We are trying to avoid that situation at all costs. Stan and I train. Stan and I are different guys, so I might train him on the aspects of e-leads, while he might train them, because he's got a lot more experience they do, on the art of selling, so we switch off and on and get a new person ready. We'll take them and certify them on 3 cars. We'll put them on the Accord, we'll put them on the Civic, we'll put them on the CRV, certify them online there, and then after each one of those cars, go hands-on with that guy, with the team leader, go through that car, and then at that point he goes over to Stan, and then we start maybe half dealing with them, work them on half deals, have them shadow a little bit, but more than that, actually have them doing the deal, and then again, we're giving up our up, right? Because that's what we are. We're both sales guys. We're trying to sell our 25 cars a month. That's where we're at. So we're having to give up that time to do that, to sit with that guy and basically take him through a car deal over and over and over. And then we get another guy. And then we lose the guy with 20 car a month guy. And then we get another guy. Maybe the guy's coming over from Tonkin. It's got some experience. It's a different level. So it's constantly training. That's our organization.
And it's also rewarding.
It is. It's very rewarding.
We give up a lot.
It's very rewarding,
but
yes.
the reward is watching them succeed. And I think that's the key. And
Definitely.
I think training, and I think you all know that.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of satisfaction when I see somebody make a lot of money. They've never sold cars before. They want to make it a career, and they're excited about doing it. So, yeah, that's the reward I get.
And I
Well,
guess the point is, it's just it's a constant training organization in what we're doing in sales. That's all we do is train all the time. So we come here, we're just giving you a microcosm of what we're looking at overall as far as training goes. I mean, we train every day. We train new people every day. That's all we do is train. So we are dedicated on a schedule to do this training right here, which is great for us. But, you know, I like in the fact, again, I go back to the beginning, that South Tacoma Honda, from the time I got there, is a training organization. They give us the ability to train our people and to make them good, you know, and they trust us. We need another team leader, and we need more people right now. That's what we need. We need to get back to 2 teams being on staff at one time. That's our challenge right now. We're having a hell of a time if I only have half my crew there on Wednesday. So I got 4 guys there. I got 1, 2, and 3 in the up system. You know, we got 1 guy that's free right there. When do I find time to train that new guy? When do I find time to do my follow-up? That's where we are right now. So that's our challenge, and we're working on that. We're trying to hire people, but it's a constant influx. I mean, we got some older people that have been there a long time, but a lot of the younger people are coming and going. It's a tough grind. So.
Do you have a time frame and how long you usually train somebody before you turn them loose, or do you just go by case?
Well, again, I think Dave's saying it's constant, but our dedicated time is 20 minutes to 30 minutes in the morning. And then, obviously, you know, we
I think your question was asking on a green P. When we get a green P, when will we release them out there? It is self-dependent. If they came from across the street, we just had a kid that came in, JJ. This guy just came in from Toyota across the street from Larson. This guy's got experience. He already had E-Leads experience. Breath of fresh air for us, right? We're going, oh yeah. So we get him certified on 3 cars, man, make him certify on those 3 cars, and boom, we're cutting him loose. Might shadow me a little bit, him a little bit. Maybe we do E-Leads a little bit different, but a guy like that we love, you know. Well, we love the other kid too. We just got a kid, Brent, you did. It's brand new.
Yeah, here we had my background too, kind of construction worker for many years. Used to making 100, 150 bucks a day, swinging the hammer and all this. So this guy knows nothing about cars, and so he comes in and I kind of take him under my wing and everything. And that's again the excitement that he has. Wow, I just made $400 today, and all I did was walk around with a cup of coffee and talk to people. And so that's what we show them that can happen. And a person like that, he's going to make it a career because he made $400 rather than $100 out in the snow.
So to give you a comparison there, a guy like JJ, the first guy I just gave you, I would say that by day 3, I had him on the floor and taking ups. A guy like Brent.
Well, obviously, I'm from day 1. I mean, even if I get a deal, and this is a sacrifice, I tell him to shadow me. I mean, he's standing behind me. I'm working a deal. I sell a car. He sees it. So then it's his turn to be up, and I'll shadow him and show him how to do everything from the CRM all the way to the take paperwork and sales manager. So it's a constant make sure you're with the person you're training until he can leave the nest. And leaving the nest to me is he does all the paperwork correct. He can talk to a customer, up them, sell them on his own, no help and everything else. And then he's good to go, and we just go on to the next new person.
By the way, his first month, last month, he sold 13 cars, so
Yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty good.
Are you guys involved with the hiring of the salespeople then?
Yes, we are. So we bring them in a lot, and you know, we get leads from different areas. You know, there's different Monster, there's some other things out there we're using to bring them in. A lot of times the sales managers will bring them in to us, or GSM will bring them to us. But the process is supposed to work like this. It doesn't always, but sometimes it does. If the GM's got a buddy who's got a son, man, they're going to hire him, they're going to hire him, and I'll just be honest with you. But 9 times out of 10, it is what it is, right? I mean, 9 times out of 10, we have a chance to interview them. And the way that Stan and I, we used to have 3 team leaders. The way that we used to do it, we used to have at least, how do I put that? The majority of the 3 team leaders had to agree on a hire before we hired a person. Now it's just Stan and I. Stan and I never talk about a person. We interview them separately. And we come together afterwards and we talk about it, and we either make a decision together, and then we go to management and say, hey, we want this person or we don't want this person. I mean, I don't sit and talk about how I felt. I'll take some notes for myself, but then we get together after we've both interviewed them, usually on a different day. As we like to test people a little bit, see if they're going to come back a different day, see if they're going to be on time, see what they look like the second day. There's just some techniques that we've used in there to try to get some people in. Car salesmen are type A personalities, man. And you get all kinds of people coming through that want to sell cars. But so that's how the process is set up to work, and we've been pretty successful at it. We got some good hires.
Well, we appreciate that. We need to, let's give them a big hand. Appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you.